Hello friends, it's Simone. I'm here with video number 4 in my test run for 2018. And if you have watched my last video, you saw me struggle a little bit with bringing a memory planning spread, a weekly spread onto a 12 by 12 background. Now I have learned from that and I decided to start differently this week. I am going to mount the empty weekly spread on a 12 by 12 background first and then decorate the weekly spread. Now, if you don't really know why I'm doing this, then you should check out video number 1 in this series because it explains my reasoning behind why I'm thinking about doing this, what the problems were with the way I memory kept this year in 2017, and why this might be a solution for me. Now, if you are brave enough to join me on this journey, that would be really cool. I would love for people to try out new things and make memory keeping work for them. So right now I'm looking for things that I could use to create a base layer. And yeah, so I'm sticking down the pages, and then I'm also going to use those stripes for now. I might be using something else as well, but yeah, so I'm using those stripes to back the planner pages. And I have been, like, while I created this, I thought you could ink the edges of the planner pages to not make them to blend in better to the paper with the background. You could also, like, what I think would be a really cool thing is if you had like 3 or 4 2x2 photos on the top right corner and on the bottom left corner. That could also be a really nice thing to do. So you see, what I'm trying to say now is I am just right now starting this. So there is so many different things that you could try that I haven't even thought of it because it's just so new right now. But this could be a very fun journey. And at the moment, I'm really very tempted to just say, okay, I'm going ahead and I'm going to try this and see where it takes me. I can always just stop doing it and maybe then continue doing Project Life, weekly Project Life, if this is not what's working for me. So at the moment, I'm more likely to decide that I want to do this. Okay, I forgot to turn on the camera again after I pulled out all the things that I wanted to use. I looked for stamp sets that would work. I looked for stickers. You can see the Coffee Monster stickers on the left side. You see the Cocoa Daisy Planner stickers and die cuts. There is this succulent greenhouse thing sticker sheet that came in one of the Pip Sticks kits that I received in the summer. And now I'm using my planner where I usually use the green ink to write down the things that I don't want to forget. Just prompting. I'm not journaling in there. I'm not writing elaborate sentences, nothing very big. But yeah, just to help me get my memory back on track and write down all the things that I want to do right onto this weekly memory planning spread. So calling this planning is actually not the right word because it's not planning, it's memory keeping on planner pages. That's and using planner stickers. Maybe that's the connection to the planning. I really love doing this and using the A5 pages versus the standard Daisy Dory gives me a little bit more room to actually do memory keeping. like writing a headline and adding one remark, like this was really good, or fought with Linus all day long, stuff like that. um, or yeah, like how I felt about it, not only the thing that I did, but also where I went or how much fun it was. All of those things. Now I thought I was going to add some more texture to the background. Um, if you follow Paper Sweet Pea, that's Kylie on Instagram, or she also does occasional YouTube videos. She always uses dotted stamps and stuff to ink the background of the planner pages, and that would be also really a nice way to get to blend it into the background more. I could have used a similar color to the background paper and stamped my planner pages, getting them look more cohesive that way. But I think in the end, once I have all my journaling down there, it really looks as if it fits there. So starting with mounting the planner pages onto the background and then overlapping things onto the background really already helps getting this thing, tying this into the onto the page, if you might say so. Okay, so I'm just writing things down as I usually do. I stamped my week with a Citrus Twist kit stamp. They have really tiny stamp sets that you can purchase every month. And I either got this in a kit. I subscribed to their kits for 3 months, I think, in the fall of 2016. And then I used the number stamps from Coco Daisy and the yellow oxide ink, as well as a Versafine ink, and just mix the colors to get this laid back or not very in your face color for stamping. And then I didn't remember what soup we ate, so I had to use white out, and it's really hard using gel pens with white out because it's such a fine tip. You really have to be very careful and not use a very heavy hand when writing on white out, but then it works. And we won at football again. If you watched my video from last week, but I think I gunked up my refill there because it's not working anymore. And just right after I wrote on whiteout, maybe I should just use what is it? A ballpoint pen for writing on whiteout next time. I just realized that I didn't get draw the connection when it didn't work anymore, but it was just right after I wrote on the whiteout. Not good. So I have this white space there that I don't like. I think I'm going to add a circle or a heart in there later on. But I cut down the flag of the die cut, or what is, I think it's a flag. Do you call it flag? Banner? Banner. I think it's a banner. And it made this bracket there, and it really brought the color from the top down there. So I just added it onto the washi tape. And I'm using all different kinds of stamps. The shoe is from a Coco Daisy planner stamp set that was in the April 2016 kit, I think. I did not receive the kits back then, but I was able to purchase the stamps, I think, in the beginning of this year. But again, I'm not sure. I just know it's from Coco Daisy, and it's a really cute stamp set designed, I think, by Doris Sander, and she has all of those everyday planner icons on there, and they are in her amazing doodle. That's, I think, what she does great, these doodles, and so we have a stamp set of her. Yeah, what else? So if you notice, this is something that I say probably in every Plan With Me spread. I am trying to repeat things, not necessarily in threes. This is something that is from scrapbooking. They repeat of they do often have three embellishment clusters, three of the different kinds, three of the same kinds of embellishments, and all these kinds of things. But for those planning spreads, I noticed that it is okay if it's only repeated in twos, but that really, really helps to make the spread cohesive. So, stamping the same kind of stamp, maybe not the same stamp like work all the time, but from the same stamp set with the same um, ink, using the same letter stickers, but not on the same side of the spread, but on the other side of the spread. Often it helps when it's opposite. That really makes the spread look cohesive. So I stamped work in the top left. Now I'm using the note for the bottom right. It's not the same size, but it's a similar stamp. It's a similar stamp color, and it helps again tie in. I'm using the unfortunately, this is when I'm voicing over this video, the video itself is really small and I can't really read what I wrote. I would love to tell you more. Yeah, and then it rained on Saturday and I totally and completely forgot. I pulled out the stamp set, which was in the April 2017, I think Day in the Life kit, not sure. It is now called Memory Keeping Pocket Kit, but it then was called Day in the Life Kit, and it has an umbrella, and I wanted to stamp it, and I totally forgot. But I remembered early enough, so I was able to stamp it there. And then I'm using the letter stickers to write fallback because we set our clocks and went back to standard time from daytime this past weekend. And it is an important thing because, oh man, I'm still suffering from changing the clocks. And then I'm continuing with stamping. I love this mailbox. I could stamp it everywhere. I don't know why I don't. And I'm writing down that I finally was able to prepare all the boxes to send out for my giveaway that I had on my channel a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, and then this actually completes me writing. And now, after having this foundation down, I'm going to add those birds. I really love them. And I'm just going to fuzzy cut those birds and spreading them onto the pages. And I really love how that looks. It doesn't really match the color scheme, but I don't really mind. It somehow I think it works. If you don't agree, leave a comment down below and tell me what if you would have done this. It doesn't really make any sense, but sometimes you just have to put down things that don't make sense just because they are pretty. And I wouldn't really know how and where to use those birds. So putting them here really was a nice way of adding them somewhere. So I'm adding 3 of them on the top, and I'm going to add one down below. But this, I will decide on that, I guess, a little bit later on. And yeah, I think that is about it. Yeah, so I decide that I want one bird down here. It's a bit empty there. So you see, so if you had like 3 or 4 2x2 photos from the week, that would work in that corner here. That would really work well. Just for that reason, I need to do it. I need to do my memory keeping like that next year, just to try it out. Here are some of the close-ups. I really enjoyed the process, and that is actually what is most important, right? I just want to say thank you for all the lovely comments on last week's video. You probably are right. I was way too hard on myself. If you want to see the other videos in this series. There's 2 on screen right now. If you want to keep watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time with the final video in this series. Bye!